Hi, my name is Sofia, and in this video I will teach you about the physics history timeline. But first, what is physics? Physics is a science that deals with the structure of matter and the interactions between the fundamental constituents of the observable universe. Physics plays an important role in all the natural sciences. Many physicists have played an important role along the physics history. Now, I will introduce you to the most relevant physicists. Aristotle. He was born in Stagira on the Chalcidic peninsula of Macedonia. Aristotle's intellectual work was truly encyclopedic. Aristotle developed a systematic approach. No other philosopher has such a deep and long-standing impact on Western science as him. He developed a fully comprehensive worldview that would, with only a few modifications, stand for about 2,000 years. For him, explaining nature meant answering why questions, insisting that scientists have fulfilled their duty only if all questions have been answered satisfactorily. Physics, in the Aristotelian sense, was a fundamental understanding of matter, change, causality, time, and space, all of which had to be consistent with logic and experience. From this, he derived a cosmology that allowed him to explain all phenomena from everyday life to astronomy, including both natural phenomena and technology. Archimedes. He born in the Greek town of Syracuse in Sicily. Archimedes explained the underlying radius of force, load, and distance from the fulcrum point and provided a law governing the use of levers. Archimedes provided a theoretical underpinning. In addition to his mathematical studies and his work on buoyancy, he contributed to knowledge concerning at least three of the five simple machines: winch, pulley, lever, wedge, and screw, known to antiquity. His studies really enhanced knowledge concerning the way things work, and his practical applications remain vital today. He is aptly named the father of experimental science. Nicholas Copernicus. Nicholas Copernicus developed his own celestial model of a heliocentric planetary system. Copernicus' theories also incensed the Roman Catholic Church and were considered heretical. Around 1514, Copernicus completed a written work, Commentariolus, in which summarized his heliocentric planetary system and alluded to forthcoming mathematical formulas meant to serve as proof. Johannes Kepler. He was a German astronomer, mathematician, and astrologer. He is a key figure in the 17th century scientific revolution, best known for his laws of planetary motion. These works also provided one of the foundations for Newton's theory of universal gravitation. Kepler also incorporated religious arguments and reasoning into his work, motivated by the religious conviction and belief that God had created the world according to an intelligible plan that is accessible through the natural light of reason. Galileo Galilei. He was born in Pisa in the Duchy of Florence, Italy. Galileo was an Italian astronomer, mathematician, physicist, philosopher, and professor who made pioneering observations of nature with long-lasting implications for the study of physics. In addition to a telescope and his numerous mathematical and scientific discoveries, in 1604 Galileo constructed a hydrostatic balance for measuring small objects. That same year he also refined his theories on motion and falling objects and developed the universal law of acceleration, which all objects in the universe obey. He also devised a type of simple thermometer. Isaac Newton. He born in Woolsthorpe, England. He is in mathematics, dynamics, celestial mechanics, astronomy, optics, and natural philosopher. In his youth, Newton was interested in mechanical contrivances. Newton made discoveries in optics, motion, and mathematics. He theorized that white light was a composite of all colors of the spectrum, and that light was composed of particles. Newton's first major public scientific achievement was designing and constructing a reflecting telescope in 1668. Newton's three basic laws of motion, outlined in Principia, helped him arrive at his theory of gravity. In Newton's account, gravity kept the universe balanced, made it work, and brought heaven and earth together in one great equation. James Clerk Maxwell. He born in Edinburgh, Scotland. He was a 19th century pioneer in chemistry and physics who articulated the idea of electromagnetism. Already known for his innovations in optics and gas velocity research, his groundbreaking theories around electromagnetism, articulated in the famed Maxwell's equations, and greatly influencing modern physics as we know it. Maxwell's other scientific contributions included producing the first color photograph, taken in 1861, and creating structural engineering calculations for bridge maintenance. His discoveries paved the way for much of the modern world's technological innovations and continue to influence physics well into the next century, with thinkers like Albert Einstein praising him for these indispensable contributions. Max Planck. Just as Albert Einstein forever changed the perception of relationship between space and time with his theory of relativity, Planck did the same for knowledge of atomic and subatomic processes. He asserted that energy flows were not steady but rather moved at distinct bursts he termed quanta. During the years following his most celebrated discovery, Planck would continue his research in optics, thermodynamics, and physical chemistry. Planck's discoveries have gained in stature as a new generations of scientists have verified his findings and used them to advance their own research. Albert Einstein. He was born in Ulm-Württemberg, Germany. Albert Einstein was a German mathematician and physicist who developed the special and general theories of relativity. In 1921, Einstein won the Nobel Prize for Physics for his explanation of the photoelectric effect, since his ideas on relativity were still considered questionable. As a physicist, Einstein had many discoveries, but he is perhaps best known for his theory of relativity and the equation E equal mc2, which foreshadowed the development of atomic power and the atomic bomb. And last but not least, Edwin Hubble. He born in Marshfield, Missouri. Edwin Hubble graduated from the University of Chicago and served in WWY before settling down to lead his research in the field of astrophysics at Mount Wilson Observatory in California. Hubble's revolutionary work includes finding a constant relationship between galaxies, redshift, and distance, which helped to eventually prove that the universe is expanding. Additionally, a classification system that he created for galaxies has been used by other researchers for decades, now known as the Hubble sequence. And that was it for this little video. Thanks for watching it. Hope you have learned a little more about physics and its creators. See you next time. Bye.